Okay, I'll go ahead and cut to the chase because I can't wait to get behind the wheel, and frankly, this car needs no introduction. It's a 2015 BMW M5. Let's hop in it and take a quick spin. Now here in the cabin, we've got what's BMW's standard fare now, next generation iDrive infotainment system. We've got this big 10.2-inch, really wide screen in the dashboard that we control with their iDrive controller. Now, some people really like this interface, some people don't. It has a bit of a learning curve, but largely the interface is pretty well organized and things are about where you expect them to be. Especially like that we've got these sort of shortcuts on the controller that allow us to very quickly jump to what we're looking for, so we don't have to spend a lot of time poking around the interface. Now, one really cool feature about this generation of iDrive is that when you get into the address entry, you've got a bunch of options for entering an address. You can use voice command, you can use the knob-based interface, or right here on the iDrive controller, you can actually write with your finger to get a little bit of handwriting recognition. Of course, voice command is very good. You can enter that address in one go. It's a really good setup here. Now down here, you've got the controller for BMW's shift-by-wire controller for the 7-speed DCT. Now it's one of those electronic shifters that returns to center, and oddly, there's no park setting on here. So in order to put the car into park, you've actually got to pull up the e-brake and then just put the car in neutral and turn it off. It'll automatically engage the parking brake itself. It's a little bit confusing the first time you get in the car, but trust me, it won't roll away. And flanking the controller here, we've got the various different buttons for toggling the performance of the engine, the suspension, and the steering. All of these are adaptable on the M5. And we've also got a little toggle right here that allows us to adjust the firmness of the shifts of the dual clutch transmission. Now up here in BMW's instrument cluster, we've got a very simple bi-gauge setup that very cleverly integrates a low-profile LCD that's going to have readouts for which setting your engine, your suspension, and your steering are in, as well as your current fuel economy and range. So what are we working with here? Under the hood, we've got BMW's 4.4-liter V8 engine that's going to have its twin-scroll, twin-turbocharged system. The upshoot of that is 560 horsepower and about 500 pound-feet of torque. But we haven't stopped there. We've also got the optional competition pack, which is going to further sharpen up this already ultimate driving machine. It's going to make the steering a little bit stiffer in the Sport Plus mode, the suspension a little bit more refined, and also give us about 15 more horsepower. This particular vehicle puts out 575 horsepower when it's at full bore. Now earlier today, I got to chuck this car around a twisty bit of road, and well, it's amazing how it transforms at the touch of a button. Out back, we've got BMW's active differential, which is going to do a little bit of torque vectoring, which helps tuck the vehicle into corners when you're pushing it really hard. And underneath us, we've got BMW's adaptive suspension, which is going to do a lot of physics-defying things, adding grip to a vehicle this big. As annoying as it is around town, it's just that awesome when you're really pushing it. So the moral of the story is, always drive your BMW M5 like a madman. Now to get behind the ultimate driving machine, you gotta pay to play. We're looking at $93,600 just to get into the door. But we've also got a $7,300 competition package that's gonna sharpen things up, give you a little bit more power. And of course, we've got almost $10,000 into these carbon ceramic brakes. Those are some expensive stoppers. All in with destination charges, a few more options, and a big gas guzzler fee, you're looking at $114,700 for this as tested example.